Omilẹ̀ títì. Success Radio Ìbàdàn. Ìkànnì ayé ń gbọ́. Òun sẹ́lẹ̀lẹ̀. Omilẹ̀ títì. Success Radio Ìbàdàn. Ìkànnì ayé ń gbọ́. Òun sẹ́lẹ̀lẹ̀. Omilẹ̀ títì.
Alright, on a very light mood this morning, should we be celebrating? I mean what I'm saying, and I'm saying what I mean. What do I mean and what am I saying? I'm saying on issues that we've been discussing on this program several times. If there is an improvement, should we not talk about it? And what is the economic improvement I am talking about? Don't worry, we are going to give you the detail. Eco Pointer is the program. Success Radio is the platform. Kolawole Kayode is the anchor. This morning I have quite a lot of information for you in the business world, as you know it, that on this program what we do is that we discuss business issues, economic issues, we discuss financial issues. And when it comes to business, economics and finance, both young and old, male and female, the ruler and the ruled, the leader and the subject, everybody is concerned. kindly help us to share this program. If you're already connected to us, help us to send the program to your contacts. Let them also be part of it, because information will form you the proper way and guide your action. Misinformation can lead to mismanagement and can lead to loss in business. This one is saying electricity subsidy remover. Electricity subsidy remover cause intensify amid rising industry debt. Naira rises, value. Naira rises by 4.55% as CBN clears foreign exchange backlog. This has to do with housing. Fresh safety concern trail bamboo as replacement for iron rod. Alright, this one is saying Nigeria 266 billion naira agric research spent but failed to improve farm yield. This one has to do with the economy generally and the inflation situation that we are having. It had been reported that inflation situation rises in February 2024. Or I will give you the details of some of the information that we have now this morning. Electricity subsidy remover costs intensify amidst industry debt. Nigerians have been hinted that there will be removal of electricity subsidy in the nation as soon as possible. We got this information from the Ministry of Power. And many Nigerians reacted, and what's the reaction? our reaction is based more on the fact that even the electricity we are talking about, we are not even seeing it. Yes. So some say, take away your power if you want to take it away. We are not even concerned and like that. But I tell you, the truth remains that some people in Nigeria still enjoy minimum of 12 hours of electricity per day, at least on daily basis, if not more. Those ones are not going to say take away your power if you like. And the aspect and the fact that the government subsidize electricity in Nigeria is not the people who had invested in that industry, especially the discos, the electricity distribution companies. They are not happy about the government subsidy in the power industry, and they have pressed the government so much that the government should remove the subsidy. The government should not be paying for the people. They want to deal with the people directly, and they want to get their money so that they can maximize their profits. This is the side of the investors, the electricity providers. They intensify the removal of that subsidy. But on the part of the customer, the industries and homes and individual who are to benefit from the supply of electricity, they are saying because industries they have to buy diesel whenever there is no power supply. They have to buy diesel to power their generator, and the component part of those generators, their prices are going up on daily basis. So the cost incurred to get electricity is rising by the day every time, and this cost is going to Nigeria and the final consumers who buy the produce that are produced, the product produced from all these companies. So Nigerians are saying cost of industries are going up. Many industries in Nigeria are factories. They are borrowing money to keep up afloat above the economic challenges. In the midst of this, the investors in the power industry, they are intensifying call that government should remove the subsidy. Whose voice should the government listen to? Like they say in the Senate, in the House of Rep and the State House of Assembly, those who support say hey, and those who are not supporting say nay. And one way or the other, they say the A's have it. So which one are you supporting? Business, economic and financial issues. Which one are you supporting? Should government remove subsidy so that more investors will come into electricity industry? Should government retain subsidy and the situation of electricity supply in Nigeria continues? But the industries are saying removal of subsidy will work against industrial development, and Nigerians will be the one to suffer for it. If you are connected to us on Facebook, to connect us via Facebook, just type in Success Radio Ibadan. If it's on YouTube, type in Success Radio Ibadan, and you'll be right here connected to us. And for you to call into the studio line to be part of this discussion this morning, the studio line is 090 442 51967. 442 51967. That is 090 442 51967. You can call in and be part of it. Should electricity subsidy be removed? If it is removed, it will made the cost of electricity to go up and possibly bringing more investors into the power industry, and through that maybe it will encourage more investors and more competitions in the power supply industry, and through that maybe in the long run, in the future, there'll be better and efficient power supply such that Nigerians begin to enjoy electric power supply better than now. Should it be retained? If the electricity subsidy is retained, the situation as we have it now may continue. Alright, this information about the foreign exchange in Nigeria, this is what I said. Should we be celebrating? Should we be jubilating? Naira rises in value by 4.55% as CBN clears foreign exchange backlog. Various newspapers in the nation, Nigeria, carry this information. The Nation newspaper is saying the CBN paid $7 billion in terms of backlog of foreign exchange to those they are owing, to expatriates that they need to pay, to airlines, to many others that they are owing. And because of this development, the value of Naira increase as it comes to about 1,400 Naira per dollar. Last week when we discussed this issue, we were talking about 1,600 and above, but now talking about 1,400. Is that a good news? Of course, it is a good news, but how much effect is it going to have is what we are to discuss. You know, as we speak, business people, suppliers, sellers will still tell you the one they are bought at 1,600 is still there. So the economic reality in Nigeria will still be based on 1,600. Some will may even be claiming something more than that. So in the nearest reality, in the immediate reality, we may not see the reality of 1,400 in our prices. This is why stability in economic statistics are very important. We need a stable, value for the Naira. If the value is going up and coming down, it will not have any positive difference for the final consumer. But if all Nigerians knew and is stable that Naira is 1,000 Naira to $1, 800 Naira to $1, and that stays there for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, then people will be able to plan, program themselves, and look into the future, set their prices, do their calculation based on that stability, this going up and down every time is not helping us. But of course, with this new value, a dollar for 1,400 naira, it shows something that possibly that the people in government, the policy makers, they're also making some efforts. So kudos to them. We appreciate them. But as they say, Oliver Twist needs more. Is asking for more. At least, or let me say at worst, we should have 1,000, at worst, 1,000 naira for $1 and let it be stable. If it can go to 800, let the policy, decision be tilted towards 800 naira for $1 and let that be stable over time. Alright, this one is saying, is talking about housing in the construction industry, fresh safety concern. Trail bamboo as replacement for iron rod. In the economic world, in the business world, there is something called improvisation. When the price of one item goes up, people begin to look for substitute. If they can get a substitute whose price will be cheaper, they possibly go for that substitute. The cost of iron rod, pipes, the normal iron rod, and many others, the trunks, the angle iron, and the rest of them, their prices now, wow, they are eating the roof everywhere. The prices are so high, the prices are so much that many people could not afford to buy them. And because of this, some are already reworking and say, what we use iron rod to do, what we use pipe to do, can we try bamboo and see if bamboo will work? And that is the practice in some areas and in some quarters where bamboo could be used as replacement. But the problem is this: safety. What people are trying to cut in terms of bamboo for iron, will it not result in disaster? And the money they are trying to save, they will have to spend more when a disaster occurs, because the tenacity, the strength that iron rod has, bamboo do not have it. And how much bamboo will be used in building work to replace iron, and it will be able to stand. And when it also comes to length of time, how long will it take bamboo to be rotting, to be damaged? And for those times, iron rod will still be there. So those who are trying to replace iron rod with bamboo in their effort to cut costs should think twice. It should only be for those things that are meant for immediate usage, short-term usage, not more than a week or two, and they will dismantle it. If it's those things, fine. But if it's something that will have to be for long, sorry, bamboo will not be a replacement for iron. emphasizing here is bamboo will not be a replacement for iron in so many ways. But anywhere bamboo could work as a replacement, fine, so be it. It's all about thinking, it's all about reasoning, it's all about creativity. But the thinking, the reasoning, the creativity must not be at the expense of safety. Whatever money we gain, we must be alive to enjoy it. Alright, another information here has to do with Nigeria. 266 billion naira agric research spent failed to bring any improvement in the farm yield. As you know, in this country, it's not the first time it is happening that the government will say they spend money and people will not see the effect of that money. Just as we talk about palliatives, state governments in Nigeria, federal government say they have spent money for palliative for people. As we speak, who is feeling it? The effect is almost, has gone extinction. People cannot feel whatever billions of naira spent. People cannot feel it. This is a lesson to the government that we should stop wasting money. Nigeria don't need palliative. Yes, we need a solid plan that will have a long-term effect. Not giving people one module of rice, yes, 2 Congo of beans, and expect that that's what we help them. For how long would that take them? All right, coming to the agri research spending, the same way, the moment the government is not spending money the proper way, and now in this country, there is this thing we talk about, and we are also thinking about it, that is executive office, presidency, governorship, chairmanship of local government, is it all about just approving loan and just approving budget and just approving spending? What is their effort in terms of monitoring the money they have approved? The moment the monitoring is not there, it is a waste, and it had always been a waste like that. So we are imploring the government and officials to monitor spending. You see, the moment it is not monitored, a lot of corruptions come in, diversion of the fund come in, many terrible things begin to happen. So this information that we are relating to you now is just one of the so many that has happened, that is happening, and may still happen except corrections are made. 266 billion naira agric research spending, but no effect. Nobody is seeing it. Who collects what? At the end of the day, what's going to happen? Maybe about 50 billion is what will be spent. The remaining 216 billion goes elsewhere and nobody queries anybody. We just be there that we have achieved this. Achievement without evidence. They say we have achieved this, we spent also billion, but the evidence of those achievements will not be there. And if I thought they will also show the evidence, they just come up and bring up something in one town, gather some farmers, about 100 of them, and tell them this is what you have done, and like that and that. All of that will be on the face, of the camera, but it will not be the reality on the table. All right, this one is saying public funded foreign trips on hold for the next 3 months. Public funded foreign trips are on hold for the next 3 months. The president of Nigeria gave the directive, and the directive goes into all ministries that every public officials trip, especially foreign one, none of them will be funded by the government for the next 3 months as we speak. Now the point is this: why that? What is the the issue behind this? What's the cause of this? Especially in this time, there are a lot of officials, ministers, the honorable minister, the senior special assistant, special advisor, permanent secretaries in ministries, directors, and the rest of them. The government is saying nobody is traveling out to anywhere. And if anybody will travel out anywhere, let them pay from their own purse. I want to believe that this is because Nigerians have been talking about excess or too much of money spent in running the government. What is basic in government is not too much, but all the excesses are too much. Or like all these foreign trips, like all the unnecessaries that are involved. Yes, it's one of the unnecessaries. There is almost no meeting you want to go and do in the UK that you cannot do online right here. Yes, there's almost no information you want to get out there that you cannot get it directly online. So, but because Nigerians and black generally, we always want to use opportunity for our benefit, not minding what happened to the nation. Everybody wants to get the benefit of the office for themselves, not minding what is called the nation. But from the directive that come from the government, that the government want to conserve more money so that they can have more money to do more business for the people, to cater for their welfare and security, let foreign trips be put on hold, especially for public officers. Anyone that government will fund, no approval for such in the next 3 months. But the question is this: what happened after 3 months? After 3 months, what is going to take place? With the wastage restart again? If there is no traveling for 3 months, that's not a problem. All the traveling they should have done in 3 months, people can pile it up. As soon as 3 months is over, they begin to do the traveling. It still come back to the same thing: the wastage. Why Nigerians are bleeding? Yes, why Nigerians are bleeding? A lot of analysts, economists, business people, they applaud this decision of the president. But let's also look at it from the business angle. If there will not be public, trips for officials, some airlines may not make money. People who give things to them, hotels they use, and the rest of them. Anyway, all that is not the business of Nigeria, because most of the hotel they use has to do with hotels that are in abroad. Yes. So one way or another, Nigeria will be able to conserve the hard and foreign exchange. The little dollar we have, we should use it for what makes sense and not on frivolities. Alright, this information has to do with investors in the Nigerian Stock Exchange. You know how the stock market operates. For as many of us who have bought shares before, a part of what people do is that when you buy shares, at least at the end of the year, you get dividend for the shares you buy. The dividend is like profit on your investment. But for people who actually do more of stock trading, they don't wait for the end of the year dividend that the companies will give them. They also do capital appreciation advantage. In other words, you buy share of a company, say you bought it for 50 naira today, and because the company is doing well, as trading goes on every day in the stock market, the price of that share that you bought for 50 naira could go to 60 naira, could go to 65. So when it reaches 65 or about 70 naira, the shares you bought, maybe you bought 1,000 shares, which is 50,000 naira then. Because now it is 70 naira per share, it means your money has gone to 70,000. You can decide to sell what you have, and with that you have made a profit of 20,000 naira. That could be within the range of just 1 month or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or thereabout. So this is one of the ways people make money in the stock market, in the Nigerian Stock Exchange. And now, because of the price hike in goods and services, the price of shares since January to February also went up so high, and those who had bought the shares when the price was very low saw that as a great opportunity for them to take profit. So to take advantage of that increase in the price of shares, many investors told their broker to sell their shares for them so that they can rake in the money. Not only that, so many investors are involved in this, and that brought in surplus supply as against fewer demand. You know what's going to happen? Price will fall. So due to that reduction in price, investors lose 468 billion naira in 3 days as profit taking persists. And the profit taking is not also still stopping. The profit taking means that holders of shareholders are selling what they have because the price is high at the moment. So in the last 3 days, shareholders have been selling, price have been coming down, and people they've not stopped selling. So in this kind of a time, if you are involved in the stock market or you want to buy shares, you need to observe quite well and very well. Of course, for the buyer, you'll be looking at when the price will come very low. Yes. And if you are a seller, you want to sell your shares, if the price still pay you, you never can tell if the price will still come down. You may still sell. But for buyer, you need to know and be very observant that maybe this price has not hit the rock. It has not hit the bottom rock. Maybe the price will still come down tomorrow. So you may not need to rush to buy today. You may still wait till tomorrow and more price drop, comes in. So when you observe the lowest point, then you come into market and buy so that you can take advantage of the low price, the price that is very low, and that is what will give you the profit you need. If you are able to get at the lowest point, it means after that point the price will start going up, and you too may sell the next 1 month or say 2 months. right, concerning the economic situation of the country, information is reaching us that a lot of state governments are doing quite a number of things to help their people to get relief from the economic hardship. Last week, I think it should be even this week, yes, this week, information has it that Governor Zulum in Borno State shared food items to 52,000 households, not individual, 52,000 family. I think that's massive, and that will have effects, yes, on the people. We also learned that the Lagos state government is creating a special kind of market where items will be sold, food items particularly, will be sold at, almost the producer price or company price or factory price, so that the prices of those items will come down so low. And I think based on this, there is a Catholic Archbishop of Ibadan, the Catholic Archbishop of Ibadan, and Bishop Abegunrin is charging the government to also rise to the occasion, the Oyo State government and possibly other governments, to do a little more. Yes, a little more than what they're doing. You remember there is a SAFER program. It's an Oyo State economic program to relieve economic hardship, but the effect is not still reaching enough. So the Catholic Archbishop of Ibadan is saying, let the government rise up to this occasion of hardship, economic hardship in the country. Let them do more. Federal, state, local government, let them do more. And our emphasis when we started this program this morning, we said just dishing out a Congo of gari, a Congo of rice, and a Congo of beans to Nigerians is not enough. Yes, we need more than that. That will not sustain Nigerians. We need a proper program of agriculture, a proper program of irrigation, security on the farmland, security in the interior, in the interland. Yeah, those are the things. People want to do farming, but of course they are scared of their life. They don't want to lose their life because they want to grow maize or cultivate yam and the rest of them. So the government should come into security, come into irrigation, come into agri implement. Yes, people should have access to equipment, tractors, big machine that they cannot afford to buy by themselves. Through this, in the next 3 months, just 3 months, I tell you, things will change for good. Even when it comes to vegetable, the government encourages so well. Under 1 month, vegetable will be ready to be eaten for harvest. So the government needs to look inward more into what is long lasting than just distributing in noodles, pasta, distributing rice, and things like that. It's not enough. It's not enough. We'll not condemn that outrightly, but then it is not enough. see, in line with that, there is a member of the House of Representatives from Oyo State here. Information informs us that he had procured equipment, big machines worth 120 million naira to be used by farmers in his constituency. Those are the things that have long-lasting effect. I think that is a good example. All right, the information is also reaching us that the student loan that had not been approved by the presidency, that they said they discovered some fault in the policy, it has been reworked, and information says it will now soon be assent to by Mr. President, so that students in Nigeria can access loan, and at the end of their studies they can pay back what they have borrowed. All right, this morning, remember, we have discussed a lot of issues. Some of the issues are issue about the naira rebouncing against the dollar. There's an improvement of 4.55%. Now, officially, naira is about 1,400 to $1. We have discussed safety concern in the construction industry, in terms of housing, where people are starting to use bamboo in replacement of iron rod, and we're saying we should be cautious so that the money we think we have saved will not go and spend more than that. This morning again, we have discussed Nigeria spending 266 billion agric research money, but there are no effects of those spending on farm yield. Also this morning we have discussed electricity removal, that some people are calling for removal of electricity subsidy, while the reality also from the industry and the final consumer, the home and residents, is that prices of production is going up. So should we remove subsidy? Should we not? We've also told you this morning that the president had informed Nigerians that public funded foreign trip stops for the next 3 months. We also inform you this morning that in the stock exchange market, investors who are selling their shares have lost about 468 billion naira. I mean, in terms of the value of shares, the investors have lost because people are selling. That makes the price to come down. We've also discussed it this morning that the Catholic Archbishop of Ibadan, is telling government to do more to help people in this time of economic hardship. And finally, we told you that the student loan whose approval was delayed some time ago is now ready for the president to assent to it, so that students all over Nigeria can begin to get the benefits of that student loan. right, on this note, I'll be calling it quits on the program this morning. Eco Pointer is the program. Success Radio Ibadan is the platform. Kolawole Kayode is the anchor. Thank you so much for being there. I appreciate my studio manager, the studio engineer, who have been helping us so that you can hear us directly and can connect to us live. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate the management of this radio station, and we pray there'll be more improvement, there'll be promotion, and soon this radio station will also go terrestrial by the power in the name of Jesus. Thank you so much for being there. We appreciate you. Join us again next Thursday, 11 a.m. for Eco Pointer. Same time, same station. Bye for now.